Hey y'all, it's Shola and welcome to another week of the Mama and Minnie Show. Okay, I know you're looking at me like, alright, you're missing somebody. Where's Iman? Iman is sleeping, and for this week's video, the information that I'm giving y'all, she doesn't really need to be present, and I need a break, so I'm not gonna wake her up. I'm gonna just try to get this video done while she's sleeping because that'll be easier for me. So I'm really sorry, but Iman will not be in this video. But that just encourages you to go watch our other videos, and if you really need a dose of Iman, then you should probably go check out a day in the life of Iman video because it's full of Iman cuteness and it's kind of funny. And if you need some more Iman, then you need to go to Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and follow us, because all of those have lots of Iman content and they all have different Iman content. So if you're following one and that's it, you really ain't doing what you need to be doing. That's all I'm saying. The other thing is, I know I keep going on about this wall, y'all. I cannot wait to get some artwork or something to put on this wall because it is really driving me crazy. So I just have to mention that again because I'm filming in front of this wall and that's all I'm thinking about. Okay, so I'm really excited about today's video because I've been wanting to try this product that I'm about to talk to y'all about for a while, and that is the DIVA Cup. I'm so excited to try this DIVA Cup. Pads and tampons are annoying. Like, honestly, they're convenient and stuff and all that, but like, they could definitely be more convenient. And I've thought this for years, like, why is there not something that's even more convenient, since women have been dealing with this since the start of time? Honestly. And then I found out about menstrual cups and I was like, that makes so much more sense. So I've been wanting to try the DIVA Cup, so I finally purchased one and I will be reviewing for y'all, opening it up, that whole experience, figuring out how to work it, and giving y'all my thoughts on my first time trying the DIVA Cup. So there's a couple of different brands that make menstrual cups. I know Organic Cup is another one. I ended up choosing DIVA Cup just because, honestly, that's the brand I heard about first. I know some other people who use it and they like it. They like it a lot. And I also really like their mission and their website, and I love that they're a mom and daughter company. Like, a mother and a daughter actually created the DIVA Cup. And you know, I got a soft spot for mom-daughter things. So that's why I chose DIVA Cup. But I've also heard good things about Organic Cup too. Maybe I'll try that in the future. And maybe not. If the DIVA Cup is really popping, maybe not. All right, my ladies who's like, but I like pads, I like tampons, I like what I've been liking. Why should I be trying a menstrual cup? Well, I'm not gonna sell it for you too much because I haven't tried it yet, but the reason I was interested in trying a menstrual cup is, one, it's more affordable than pads and tampons. You know how you have to like buy some new pads and tampons like every month or every other month? You ain't got to do all of that with the DIVA Cup. You can keep a DIVA Cup for much longer. They recommend you buy one once a year, but that also changes on your body and your cup and your preference. But in general, you don't have to buy a DIVA Cup except once a year. I got this bad boy on Amazon for the whopping price of $27, I believe. So it's not expensive. Like, at first when I heard about the menstrual cups, I'm like, that's probably gonna be money. That's probably gonna be like at least 60, 70. I ain't got to drop right now. Nah, 20-something dollars. And that was through Amazon's price. Another reason that I was interested in trying the DIVA Cup is that it's better for the environment. We go through so many pads and tampons a year, and that becomes waste. We go through pounds and pounds of waste. So the DIVA Cup is made from silicone, and it's completely environmentally friendly. And it's just, we use less of them. Like, you use one of these in a year, so the waste is much less than all of the pads and or tampons that you use in a year. Also, the DIVA Cup is very, very good for the body. Pads and tampons, unless you buy the organic ones, which I haven't tried yet, but I hope that people are turning more towards organic ones. But unless you try those, the pads and tampons that we use, like Always and all of that, they spray carcinogens on their pads and tampons. And carcinogens can cause cancer, and it can cause all these problems, and it's just a whole lot of chemicals that you probably don't want in your vagina. I'm not judging you because I've been doing it for years, but I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, I need to switch from doing these because probably half of these infections that we might be dealing with, that could play a part. That's all I'm saying. So this is made out of silicone. It has no chemicals. It don't have the carcinogens, and it's really good for your body. So that was, I mean, to be honest, that was like the main selling point for me, because I'm like, oh yeah, less chemicals, say less. So those were the 3 main reasons that I wanted to try a menstrual cup. I told you why I picked DIVA Cup, and so today I'm just going to talk about my experience trying DIVA Cup for the first time. So DIVA Cup has 3 different sizes, which is right on the side of the box, the sizes. But when you go on their website, you take a little quiz and it'll tell you what size to get based on age and how heavy your flow is and whether or not you've given birth vaginally. I have given birth vaginally, and I think I have a heavier flow. Honestly, since I've given birth, my flow has been kind of lighter, so I wasn't sure if I should say I had a medium or a heavy flow, but I figured let me go safe than sorry and say heavier, because I still do think it's on the heavier side, and just get the cup that's slightly bigger. Because I don't want to get a cup that's too small and now I'm leaking, because you want to get the right size cup. I went on their website, took the quiz. The quiz was literally like 15 seconds, super short, and it tells you which model to get. There's model 0, model 1, and model 2. On the side of the box it says model 0 is for you're new to the world of periods, you're 18 years of age or younger. Model 1 is you're between the age of 19 and 30 and you have a medium menstrual flow. And model 2, you're over the age of 30 and or you have a heavier menstrual flow. But of course, like I said, it's not just your age as a factor, there's other factors too. So I ended up getting the model 2, even though I'm definitely younger than 30, but I've given birth vaginally and I have kind of a heavier flow, so I got the model 2. Okay, let's open this thing up. So they say that you can wear DIVA Cup while doing basically any activity, just like tampons, except for vaginal intercourse. So I'll be working out later today, hopefully with my DIVA Cup in, and I will let y'all know how I like it. Okay, cool. So when you first open the box, you get this little user guide. So I'm sure it tells you how to use DIVA Cup. What is it in the DIVA Cup box? Inside the DIVA Cup box, you will find your DIVA Cup, a storage bag, and this user guide. Cool. How to use your DIVA Cup. So first, it tells you this on the website too, and in the user guide. Before you use your DIVA Cup for the first time, and here's the cup. You have to boil your cup for 5 to 10 minutes before using it. Wash your hands thoroughly prior to insertion. Okay, and then it tells you how to insert the DIVA Cup. So I'm gonna go stick this in the pot for 5 to 10 minutes, and while I'm doing that, I will be reading how to use the DIVA Cup. Okay, so I have boiled my DIVA Cup and now I'm letting it cool down. This is the cup. It also has measurement markers on the side so that you can monitor your flow if you need to talk to your healthcare provider or just to monitor for your own reasons. You can know how heavy your flow is from the measurements on the side. I also tested it with some water after I boiled it to see if the water would come out, because I just was like, how does this work? And it didn't. So this is good signs for the period. So I read the manual on how to insert it, and there's 2 methods they show you of how to insert your DIVA Cup. I think I'm going to try the method, I might have to try both, but I'm going to start with trying the U-fold method, where you fold the cup into a U and then you insert it into the vagina. So I am about to go and try to put this DIVA Cup in, and I will come back, hopefully successful, and let y'all know how it went. Okay, so I put the DIVA Cup in. It was a little bit hard, but not very hard. The U-fold and pushing it in was easy. The part that I found the most difficult was after you push it in, you have to turn it 360 degrees to make sure that it locks. maybe locks is the wrong word, but to make sure the seal is set, basically. I found it hard to kind of like hold it and twist it 360 degrees. So I'm not sure I made a full 360 degrees, so I'm not all the way sure I put it in right, but I also put on a fresh pad, so we'll see. If it doesn't leak, then I did it right, and if it does leak, then I need to be practicing some more. But it really wasn't that hard to use, honestly. Right now, I feel normal. It feels just like wearing a tampon, like it's not uncomfortable or anything. I do feel like I have to use the bathroom a little bit, even though I just used the bathroom, but I think that might be my mind messing with me because I know I'm doing something different than my routine. You know what I'm talking about? So I feel like my mind is just like messing with me. But yeah, it's not uncomfortable. It feels normal. So I'm gonna keep it in. I'm gonna let y'all know after I update y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know after today how it worked. Did I like it or not? Is it leak proof? Did I do it right? So we'll see. I'm also gonna do a little workout and see how it holds up for that. Okay, so I've had my DIVA Cup in for about an hour now. I really enjoy it. I don't feel it, so that's great. It wasn't hard to put in. And so far it has not been any leaking. So I really like it so far. Like I said, I will continue to update y'all the longer I use it, because I realize that maybe I'll feel a little differently later, so I'll let y'all know that. But so far I really like it. I would definitely recommend it, and I'm so excited to not be having to deal with pads and tampons and buying pads and tampons all the time. Especially because if you're like me, sometimes I'll be forgetting to get some when my period's about to come up, and then I have to go out of my way to get some when it's not convenient. So I'm excited to have the DIVA Cup for that. Okay, you guys, so it's a couple of days later. This cycle is finished for me for this month, and I used the DIVA Cup throughout the rest of my cycle. There's just a few things that I learned on the experience of using the DIVA Cup. I had to get the DIVA Wash, which I didn't realize at first, but I had to get the DIVA Wash. I got this on Amazon as well. I will link both the DIVA Wash and the DIVA Cup in the description below in case you're interested in trying it. The DIVA Wash is what you use after you take out your DIVA Cup. You just use a little bit and wash your DIVA Cup with some of this and some warm water. It's really simple, and then you can use it again. If you're getting DIVA Cup, you might want to just go ahead and get the DIVA Wash as well. You can also use antibacterial unscented soap, but I just might as well go with what they gave us. Here's my DIVA Cup in this bag, the DIVA Cup bag. Overall, I really enjoyed the DIVA Cup experience, but there was a few things that I want to talk about now that I've used it for a couple of days. So it is kind of difficult. It was kind of difficult for me to get the seal right. When you put your DIVA Cup in, you have to make sure that it's sealed correctly so that you don't have any leakage problems. The first couple of times I thought that I had it sealed right, as you saw when I talked about it, but it actually wasn't sealed right, and I did have a little bit of leakage. It wasn't a whole lot of leakage, and I noticed it pretty quickly, so I could go back into the bathroom and try it again. I had to try, they give you different methods in the booklet to show you how to put it in. I had to try different methods to find out which one worked for me. FYI, that was folding it into a U shape, sticking it in halfway, turning it 360 degrees, and then finish sticking it in. That's what worked best for me. So I would recommend that method, but there are also other methods to use for whatever works best for you. So it did take me a couple of tries of using it and taking it out and emptying it in order to get the seal correct. But once I got the seal correct, it was pretty easy, and I knew I finally had gotten it because when it sealed for me, I heard a sound like and that's how I knew that it was actually sealed correctly. Once I sealed it correctly, I loved it. I wore it overnight. I had no issues. I didn't start using it on the first day of my cycle though. Normally for me, the first 2 days of my cycle are the heaviest. Hi, Iman. She was just taking her nap again. Normally for me, the first 2 days of my cycle are the heaviest, but since I bought this basically once my cycle started, Amazon delivered it on like the end of the second day of my cycle, and I ended up using it starting the third day, so it wasn't the heaviest day. So I was interested to see how it works on the heavier days, but it did do the job. I had no issues once I actually figured it out, and overnight is when I normally I have to get up halfway through the night and change a pad or change a tampon. I didn't have to do any of that. I didn't wear any padding. Obviously, I didn't wear a tampon while I had it in, and it was dry, no problems once I figured out the seal. So I really, really liked that. Taking it out was a little bit difficult the first time for me. You also have to, get used to positioning it. You have to make sure that you put it in far enough, but you don't want to push it too far. You want to make sure that it's in completely, but just not so far up that you have problems taking it out. It was difficult for me the very first time I took it out to kind of get a hang of it and stuff, but once I figured out my positioning, then it was easy. It was easy for me to take out every other time. They also talk about positioning in the booklet, so it's just really like, they give you the theory and it's just trial and error. You just have to try it until you get the hang of it. I recommend it, I like it, and I will continue using the DIVA Cup. I'm excited because I'm so ready to not be buying pads and tampons anymore, so I think they've got a loyal customer in me. Overall, I would give the DIVA Cup, let's say 4.5 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend. It's just a learning curve, but once you get it, I feel like it's just so much easier and more convenient. Like I said, I will link the DIVA Cup and the DIVA Wash in the description box below. I'm linking the Amazon links to it because 1, I bought it through Amazon and it'll get there super fast, so that's great. And two, I have an Amazon code which will allow me to get some of the money back for referring it to y'all, just to be transparent. So if you buy through those links, it won't cost you any more than you normally would pay for the DIVA Cup, but it'll let Amazon know like, oh, Shola sent you here, and Shola will get a little bit of kickback. So if y'all want to support your girl and you want to try the DIVA Cup, hit them links below. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to my DIVA Cup review. Iman will be in the next video, so make sure you tune into that. And I will see y'all next time.